things you do when you're in said relationships. But you know, after you've been together for a hot minute, munaanza kuzoeana, munakuwa brother and sister, okay?
Roommates.
Unaanza kuenda kulala na t-shirt ya promotion. Na tumekata hiyo mambo. Hatusemi kila siku atusilala na t-shirt ya promotion, lakini siku zingine jikakamue, okay? Even the men, okay? Because putting an effort in the bedroom is not for women only. Even the men saa zingine chukuanga kareza because we are not in the mood for flossing, okay? We are not flossing over here. Saa zingine hata una keep up with the grooming so that your relationship, you know, stays on top of things, okay? I am sorry if there are children watching, but they did not get the reference, the flossing reference.
But like,
okay?
I've had this question, by the way, before we get into this very interesting conversation, and someone asked it to me in a very interesting way. Which do you prefer? Is it an actual forest, like a rural forest, or are you okay with like acacia? Acacia, ama wewe unataka smooth sailing?
Smooth sailing. Because you know me, I don't want to see ati unaanza fanya vitu alafu unafanya no, listen, okay? I believe manscaping and grooming. Yes, grooming is for everyone, okay? Ni ya kila mtu. It is very unfair for you to expect somebody to do some things and uko chini it's just a bush, okay? We are not against bushes, lakini you hata saa zingine chanua, you know? Anyway, we digress. We're going to be talking about setting the mood, okay? Setting the mood. Kwanza leo ni Friday night. After this conversation, anza ku set the mood. And number one, do ni candlelight. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa ya kwanza kwa the list I was reading. Hapa wameka in another direction. But use candles to set the mood. Now, you see these things in movies and in Western countries and like, wow, that is so cute. And you're afraid to start it because you might be told, wajorogeni keureka, utachoma nyumba, umeosha mushuma. Hatusemi mushuma, tunasema candles, okay? You could get those scented candles and you light them up after the children.
Expensive.
Exactly. After the children go to sleep, if you have children. If you don't have children, unazima steamer. It even saves on electricity. You set the mood because when it's candles and it's shadows, uko ile mwili ya silhouette, okay? Yeah, it's not dark, but it's also not bright, okay? It's very sexy. It's very raw, okay? Yes.
Another very important one for you to do, and I feel like this one applies to anyone in general. In fact, we even have those people who, you know, something is going down when you start hearing music, dum dum twaf. But sometimes you don't need to hear dum dum twaf. Here's your time when you nataka kusikia Martin Luther Black. No, I don't want to know whether
that is what works for you.
No, I don't want to know whether Martin Luther was black or yellow, and the colorless people over here can't even tell. So it's important for you to have really nice background music. And when I say nice background music, I mean, like, for if you are into those wedwa kwa mariro,
akisikia kwa gate anajua today is going down.
It's coming through. Like, it's very easy for you to set up these things. Just go on like YouTube, for example. You can create a playlist and just add those songs. Ongeza hata kama ni 100. Ile Harikimani niko nembango aje.
Haya.
Ama urushe uko Sauti Sol uanze kuambia baridi sina nakati tana imepotea. Hiyo ni very story. It's Soul Generation. Just play a playlist, like add a playlist nicely such that people are able to enjoy the mood, when I get into the mood, you know? Yeah.
Okay. But also when you do turn on the music, usiwashe radio, hiyo ni kitu ingine. Because imagine you're in the thick of things, alafu unasikia advert. It's very disconcerting, okay? Another do is wear something that makes you feel sensual and confident and sexy, okay? Unasema usiende kwa kitanda na stockings na t-shirt ya promotion. That's all I'm saying, okay? And even for men, because men never address this. I think for men it's very easy. You could just appear in bed naked and you're good to go. But also, kama umevaa boxer more than 2 times, because we don't address this a lot, okay? Toa your boxer uende uoge alafu kuja na towel. That's good enough.
The things you make us
smell. Since you don't have to use lingerie and everything, okay? But also do not force yourself into something so tight and uncomfortable that you cannot breathe. no matter how sexy it looks.
Yes.
Ile ya mikanda, umejifunga mikanda hadi
Ehe.
unashindwa kubreathe. Kama ni too much pressure, usifanye
Washana
hivyo.
Nai. Washana Nai. Another very, very important thing for you to do is to leave them burning after you get them distracted. I feel like this one, in layman's terms, would be tease. Like, just tease someone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't, you don't have to go from kissing someone to sucking their toes in like one conversation, you know, like you can, kuna other parts of the body, kuna other things in between that you can do, you know what I mean? As in, kiss a little bit and then you just do a little thing and then just give it another break, do something else, do another break, do something else, do another break. Like, make it an experience versus making it an event, you know? Like, it's a meetup. Oya, Masai mefika. Aya, malizana kila mtu anaenda. You're like, you want some coffee? Utakunywa juice? Ama nikulete kamaji? No. Give them a tease, you know, a little bit of some. For all of those who like to dance, hata unaweza eka ka TikTok dance. Unajua, si hizi za kui. But you can find a cute TikTok dance that can be seductive and do that. Just keep them like,
Exactly.
all right, maybe I see what you're doing.
And as we are on this topic, it's good to experiment with flavors. Okay? Una break out some new things. Kama hana diabetes, that is. You know, some fruits dipped in chocolate and whatnot.
Whipped cream.
You know, some whipping cream. Some, you know, just experiment with something that's sweet and sensual and everything. But do not experiment with like greasy food.
Please.
Ama unakuja kwa kitanda na mutura. Maybe all of us have different foreplays, okay? But mutura is where I draw the line, okay? Or something greasy, or like a bone of chicken. There's nothing sexy about eating chicken because you're just hungry, or chicken wings or something like that. Please, no, just keep it classy.
Yeah, and even when it comes to flavors,
Yeah.
there are many contraceptive measures that are flavored. So that's also something to be curious about, you know? Just saying, it's important. It's important to try things. Try things. Hii vitu ya kusaidia mambo yaende sawa sawa pia. How will you call it now? I don't know what the word is. Hii kitu ya kusaidia mambo ya kwe tambarare. Basi ndio.
My God.
Maneno ndio nimepata. Ya kusaidia kwe tambarare. You can still get these in different flavors and get stuff that works for you. There's some which are oil-based, some which are water-based. Just decide based on your body what works for you. But in addition to that, you can actually become those guys who like a little Cookie Monster. Well, I mean, quite literally buying chocolate. Chocolate is known as not just an aphrodisiac, but it is a mood uplifter. It boosts your dopamine and serotonin, so you're feeling good. All your feel-good endorphins and hormones are activated every time you have chocolate. So why not just have a bit of chocolate within the proximity? Have you ever asked yourself, why when you go to these bougie hotels, on the bed, what do they normally leave?
Roses and chocolate.
Roses and chocolate. Do you think it is just by coincidence? Ama hoteli zote zilipigiana simu wakasema tukue tunaekaga chocolate? No. It is actually proven scientifically that it does boost a little bit of sensuality. So why not just have chocolates all together?
And another thing that's not very accepted in African settings, the use of toys. Okay? Because sometimes a man wants to know that he's handling the business, okay? He's the one making your legs shake and making earthquakes and everything. But sometimes they're not always responsible for this. And we've had situations where women are talking about how they've had to fake an orgasm. You know, it would be so unfortunate that you've put in the work of doing all of this, wearing lingerie, messing up your bed sheets with messy chocolates and whipping cream, all of that, and you don't get to, you know, to completion. It would be very unfair. So it's good sometimes to experiment with toys, not just for women, but also for men. And people should also be more open to this conversation. Maybe your man likes some things done to him, but he's very shy because you've not provided an environment where they feel free to tell you such things. And they're feeling, maybe she'll judge me or something. Or you also want to use some toys, but you're like, wow, what will my partner think? Will he think he's not handling business? So maybe have that conversation beforehand and get into using said toys.
Yeah, and there's this very derogatory way in which we make people who are experimental come off as. It's
Yeah.
always like, oh, that is a little
Yeah.
bleep. Ay, are you bleep? Ama ay, wona kwanga na bleep mingi. Like there's that word that we normally use to make it look to make it look less masculine than it is. It's okay for a man to want things that are a bit more feminine. There's some people who like to be the small spoon when you're cuddling. Si kila saa wende unashikiliangwa. Somebody else also wants to be shikiliwa. Like small things like these can make such a difference in your life and in your relationship. And finally, unakumbuka ile wimbo slow down.
I just want to get to know ya. Hey.
And in those jeans. These songs all tell you the same thing. Don't rush. Like, where are you running to, sir?
Usikuwe na haraka, hatuendi pahali.
This is not a marathon.
Unless you're a married man and you need to go back home.
Wait, no, we are speaking to people who are in relationships with their own partners.
Okay.
All of you other people, please don't even take my advice. But yeah, there's no rush. You need to just take things slow at her pace, because most times men will get frustrated because they've tried so many things and nothing is working, and then you're also now frustrated because you're like, I know that one thing I will do and he will be over the moon. So let's try and get to know each other physically. Try and experiment. Like, I want to know what your body looks like. I want to know inaitangwaje those two modoni.
I don't know.
Those birthmarks,
Yeah.
like those beauty spots. Like, you want to know where every single one of them is on your partner's body, and the only way you get to know these things is by like, take things slow, you know? When you touch him here, he tickles. When you touch her here, she tickles. All these are things that you will only know if you are taking it slow. Don't rush, as Turi is over here blushing and sweating. I've gotten things too steamy. And with that note, I think we will leave you at that.
Exactly.
Use our advice very carefully, and you're gonna have a really good weekend.
On this Friday evening, kunanyesha, there is no need to go outside, okay? Just stay home with your partner. And if you do not have your partner, kama uko single, tulisema single kama nini? You don't want to say it? Exactly. If you're single and you're at home and you're alone, it's time to focus on you, okay? Anza kujuliza why you're single, okay?